Welcome back to my Swagatam in my lecture series, computer lecture series. Learning computer with seeing the natural sights of Indian village, the beautiful natural sights of Indian village. In this series, I am talking about the some important word, computer word related to the computer learning. Now, today in this section, in this lecture, I would like to talk the word originating from letter S. Jai Sitaram, Jai Hanuman, Jai Bajrangbali, Om Namah Shivaya. And you see, I am in the area of Maharshi Jai Prasadeshwar Gupta. So I also pray Maharshi Jai Prasadeshwar Gupta ki Jai ho. So let us start the word originating from letter C. The first word I would like to choose in this series is a scanner. An input device used for direct data entry into a computer from source documents is called a scanner. A screen image projector. An output device used to project information from a computer onto a large screen, such as a cloth screen or a wall, so that it can be viewed simultaneously by a large group of people, is known as a screen image projector. A schema builder, software tools that enables a user to define a database schema interactively by prompting the user to enter field name, field size, field type, and so on for each field. Searching utility, a file utility that finds a record in a file. A scrolling, using program specified ways by use of keys or mouse to move the items displayed in a window up or down or left or right to see parts of a file that extend past the bottom or top or sides of the window. Sector, the smallest unit with which any disk can work. Disk drives are designed to access a whole sector at a time. Second generation computers. The computers built during the time period 1955 to 1964 are called second generation computers. They use transistor in central processing unit and magnetic cores for main memory, and on the software front they used high level language like COBOL and Fortran for programming and batch operating system. Seek time. In a disk system, time required for a read and write head to move to the track where the data to be read and written is stored. The maximum seek time equals the time taken for the head to move from the outermost track to the innermost track. Security. Policies and mechanisms that deal with protecting the various resources and information of a computer system against destruction and unauthorized access. Self-documenting language. Programming language that do not require much explanation to be understood by someone reading the program instruction. For example, COBOL language. Sequence logic, a program construct used to perform instructions one after another in a sequence. Semiconductor storage, a storage device whose storage elements are formed as solid-state electronic components on an integrated circuit chip. Sequential file, a file in which records are stored one after another in an ascending or descending order determined by the value of the key field of record. Sequential processing, a technique in which a number of similar items or transactions to be processed are grouped together and processed in a designated sequence. Set-top box, a device that connects to a customer's TV monitor and enables the customer to connect to a video server, browse video selections, and interact with the video server with VCR-like functions. Its major functions include receiving of incoming video streams, demultiplexing, demodulating, and decoding of signals, performing necessary signal conversion such as digital to analog transformation for playback on TV monitor, and sending outgoing control message. Server computer, in a client-server computing environment, a computer that manages shared resources and provides a set of shared user services to clients. It runs the server processes that services client request for use of the resource managed by the server. Sequential access storage device, a storage device in which information can only be retrieved in the same sequence in which it is stored. Magnetic tape is an example of such a storage device. Sequential file, a file in which records are stored one after another in an ascending or descending order determined by the value of the key field of records. Simple statement, a statement to perform a single operation is known as single statement. Simplex, a data transmission mode in which data can flow in one direction only, is known as simplex. Simulation, to represent and analyze properties or behavior of a physical or hypothetical system by the behavior of a system model. A small scale integration, SSI, integration of only about 10 to 20 electronic components on a single chip. Single inline memory module, SIMM, A memory board with memory chips on it. Memory chips can be added on the board to increase a computer's main memory capacity. A smart terminal, a terminal having local data, editing capability and ability to consolidate input data before sending them to main computer. It has a microprocessor, some internal storage and input-output capabilities. A smart card. An electronic card having a built-in microprocessor chip. Data can be stored permanently in the chip's memory. A smartphone, a fully functional mobile phone with computing power. Software, a set of computers program, procedure and associated documents related to the effective operation of a computer system. Soft copy output. Computer output that is temporary in nature and vanishes after use. For example, output displayed on a terminal screen or a spoken out by a voice response system. Software Development Cycle SDLC. Software Development Life Cycle SDLC. Evolving software products through a set of well-defined phases, including requirement specification phase, system analysis and design phase, implementation phase, testing and debugging phase, deployment phase and maintenance phase. It is also known as waterfall model of software development. Software documentation, process of collecting, organizing, storing and maintaining a complete historical record of a program and other documents used or prepared during different phases of software life cycle. Software piracy deals with illegal copying and resale of software. Software package, a group of programs that solve a specific problem or perform a specific type of job. For example, a word processing package is a software package. Software implementation deals with code generation of various software components specified in a system design document and linking them properly to build the target software system. Software maintenance, process of modifying software system or component after deployment to correct faults and functionality, improve performance or other attributes, or adapt to change in environment. Software engineering, a branch of engineering that deals with the systematic application of the principle of computer science and mathematics in creating and building cost-effective software solutions. I think you are enjoying my lecture series that is learning computer with seeing the beautiful natural sights of Indian village. Now the next word is solid state. The electronic components such as transistor and diodes whose operation depends on the control of electric or magnetic phenomenon is known as solid state device or solid state. Source program, a program written in a symbolic or high level language such as assembly language like COBOL, BASIC, etc. are known as source program. Sorting utility, a file utility that arranges record of a file in some defined sequence and enables users to specify their sequencing requirements for file by means of input parameters. A special character, a graphic character that is neither a letter nor digit or nor a space character. For example, dollar sign, comma, period, etc. are a special character. A speech recognition device, an input device that allows a person to input data to a computer system by speaking to it, is known as a speech recognition device. A special purpose computer, a computer for doing only a particular types of jobs. A speech synthesizer, a voice response system that converts text information into spoken sentences. SQL, a standard query language for relational databases. A spreadsheet, a numeric data analysis tool or software package that enables users to create a kind of computerized ledger. A stored program computer, a computer where the program to solve a problem and the necessary data are stored in its memory. A storage hierarchy, a hierarchy of storage technology such as cache memory, main memory, secondary storage and mass storage used in a computer system. And this is usually done because a single type of storage is not superior in a speed of access, capacity and cost. A static RAM, SRAM, a type of RAM does not need any special generator circuit to retain the stored data. It is faster, costlier and consumes more power than dynamic RAM. A statement in a programming, an expression or generalized instruction in source language is known as a statement. A star network, a network in which multiple computers are connected to a central host computer. These computers are not linked directly to each other and can communicate via the host computer only. A standard forms, the sum of products and products of some forms of Boolean expression. A stand-alone in a distributed data processing system, it refers to a computer system that has an independent processing and storage capability. A storing, process of solving data, process of, process of saving data and instructions to make them readily available for initial or additional processing whenever required. A string, a one-dimensional array of characters, is known as a string. A structure, a user-defined data type that is made by using primary data types and other user-defined data types. A structure has contiguous memory allocation. A structured design, a system design approach in which a difficult problem is broken into smaller problems that are small enough to manage but independent enough to solve separately. A study phase, a system life cycle phase during which a program is identified, alternative solutions are studied, and the most feasible solution is selected. A structured programming, a organized approach to programming involves use of the three basic control structures: sequence, selection, and iteration, and use of top-down concept to decompose main functions into lower level components for modular coding purposes. Syntax error, error in computer program that typically involve incorrect punctuation, incorrect word sequence, undefined terms or misuse of terms. These errors are automatically detected and pointed out by language processor. Syntax, a set of rules of programming language which defines the pattern or structure of the word and punctuation of an instruction. It is analogous to rules of grammar in English language. Synchronous communication, data transmission mode in which a sender and receiver must synchronize with each other to get ready for data transmission before it takes place. Switching techniques, method of establishing communication links between a sender and receiver in a communication network such as circuit switching, message switching, and packet switching. Swapping, storing programs on disk and then transferring these programs into main storage whenever they are needed. The technique is used to process large programs or several programs with limited memory. Supercomputers, computer systems characterized by their very high processing speeds. They are generally used for complex scientific applications. Subroutine, a standardized program written in manner that it can be used as a part of another program whenever necessary. A subroutine is normally invoked through other programs by the use of call statement, also known as subprograms and subprocedure. System software, a set of one or more programs designed to control the operation and extend the processing capability of a computer system. System, a group of integrated parts, people, method, machines, and materials that have a common purpose of achieving some objectives. System programmer, a programmer who prepares system software. System program, a program included in a system software package. System clock, a built-in electronic clock that helps in synchronizing control unit and algorithmic unit operations. It emits millions of regularly spaced electric pulses per second, known as clock cycles. System calls, commands supported by command interpretation model of an operating system. System analyst, an individual responsible for planning a computer data processing system. He utilizes tools such as flowchart, decision table, program design language, etc. These plans are then passed to the computer programmer. With this, I would like to end this lecture with Jai Sri Ram, Jai Sitaram, Om Namah Shivaya, Jai Bajrangvali, Om Namah Shivaya.